Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the GFI Cup Series. Oh my. Okay, I'm slow. It's rough. It's a rough Friday. Welcome to the GFI ARCA Series here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Brought to you by me. Also, big shout out to the GFI Racing League. That's also where you get this exclusive coverage of the GFI Racing League. Very short track, not as short as South Boston. It's 0.69 miles in length, and we got a great field for drivers tonight. And there's Keith Martinson and the 58 JBL Camry. And there's Clifton Chanel on the Y'all's T number 80 machine for the Toyota Camry. So far, so good. Relatively clean practice. There's Clifton Chanel, the league owner. And he's got a car behind him and a car in front of him. That's Sean Purcell in front of him. Nothing too serious so far. It's a short track. It's going to be a great race. And I'm really excited for this one. Got a great field for drivers. So far, 12 drivers in the field. We're starting off with Lucas Chapman, Kyle Purcell, Dylan Herman, Anthony Alex, Keith Martinson, Quint Hightower, Sean Purcell, Clifton Chanel, Brad Keaton, Jack Oldenburg, Brandon Beckstead, and Jordan Barnes so far. There's Cliff right on that bottom side. Knows what he's doing. He's raced here before, and he ain't afraid to race here again. And there's Cliff right on that bottom side. But it looks like it's not working out too well, as these guys are right on that high side, but they're getting a better exit throughout the corners. And a little bit of damage in the wall. Actually, I shouldn't say damage. A little contact in the wall, but there goes Sean Purcell. He's getting loose, and then everyone's got to avoid him. He's going to tap Brad Keaton in the door, but I think Brad Keaton is all right. Congratulations on the save, though, for Kyle Purcell. I mean, not Kyle, Sean Purcell, my bad. There's the 58 of Keith Martinson on that new Moza wheel. He's done a really, really great job. A great field for drivers. As we take a look at pit lane, as the 17 of Lucas Chapman rolls on down. Oh, and Dominic Frappier's going to get a little loose. This is his first race in a hot minute, but he got a little loose exiting his pit box. And there's the 16 of Kyle Purcell. He is typically a good winner in this series. Also doing pretty good in the Cup Series with 2 wins on the year, or season so far, I should say. And there's the 74 ripping down the back straightaway. He's going to stick it high, going to keep it towards the middle. There's his brother Kyle. There's Brad Keaton in the 33. And there's Lucas Chapman hitting the wall. And the 17 of Lucas Chapman's going to pull off. And the 33 is going to get a little bit into the wall. Though he's going to stick it pretty high. And there he goes down the backstretch. So far doing really well. Lucas Chapman with a .23 second lead on Kyle Purcell. A really, really good job. There's Clifton Chanel back on the track, currently running a 21.85. He's currently sitting in 8th place. And Brad Keaton will now tie Keith Martinson with a 21.75. There's Clifton Chanel in the number 80. A really, really great driver. He has a GT3 win. Doing pretty good. But there's Dominic Frappier setting it down a good lap. Oh, and someone's hard to the wall. Oh, he's going to... Oh, my gosh. Smoked the front end off that 80 car. Hard hit. Oh, and Kyle Purcell getting a little loose. He's going to do a 360 and park it to the top of the track. And there's Keith Martinson as well. There's Clifton Chanel pulling out of pit road once again. And Dylan Hartman in 4th with a 21.70. So far, 13 drivers up here on the leaderboard. And there's Brad Keaton, the number 33 Interstate Chevrolet. ARCA cars can really dig here. You just got to know the line and how to run it. But it looks like Brad Keaton was about to get a little loose there. I don't know if you saw that, but the back end looked like it was getting around. But that looks like the high side is the spot to run. I could be wrong, though. And here comes Dominic Frappier catching up to Lucas Chapman. Dominic Frappier, the Season 4 late model stock champion, was set up on some dig that season. And I bet it feels good to have a championship in his belt. There's Lucas Chapman sending it on the inside of the 74 of Sean Purcell. Going to pass him like ease and just going to pull out right in front. They're bumper to bumper. And Lucas Chapman will look to kind of pull away. And looks like it's not going to be that bad. Lucas Chapman might come away with the win here if he keeps up this momentum and just absolutely sailing. And down the back straightaway, the 17 of the Napa Auto Parts machine. And getting ready to Oh, Kyle Purcell. And he's going to slide into pit lane and wreck it big. Whole front end off of her. Good grief. Not a great race for him. His tires are cooked. Look at that. Right front. Destroyed. There's the 45 of Quint Hightower, currently sitting P8 with a 21.81 as a lap time. Think about these cars, though. If you turn right, you can see that right front wheel pop up in the air. There's Clifton Chanel on number 80. Down the back straightaway. And there's the 80 of Clifton Chanel. And right up into the wall is Quint Hightower. And Clifton Chanel just going to mind his own business. Look at and the 45 wall riding a little bit. Really trying to catch up to Clifton Chanel. That way they can have a little bit of a battle going. There's the 92 of Brendan Beckstead and the Kinetic 92. Overall, a good racer. He's been here quite a while. However, he did take a break from racing, and then finally got back into the groove of it. And here he is. is just a great driver overall. A really nice guy. There's the 45 and 80. Going to try to battle that out. Clifton Chanel looked like he got a little loose off exit. These guys are going to have a great battle throughout the duration of practice. And there's the 80 on the high side. Here comes the 45 looking to get to the inside. And now they're single filed out. Quint trying everything in his power. There's the 92 and 33 side by side, but there goes the 33. Got a loose on the back straightaway. There's the 80 and 45 side by side to pass it by like it's nothing. And there's those two drivers. There's some rear damage, though, on that Amber 80. Must have hit the wall just a little bit, and Clifton Chanel going to pull off, but having trouble with those brakes. That could be a factor in tonight's race. There's Kyle Purcell. And the 92 going to hit the wall. And there's the 16 going to drive by like it's nothing. Still in second, we're going to go 21.49. He's still really trying to... I think he's going to set a faster lap in qualifying. But overall, he could do an amazing job. Stay tuned for Monday for the Texas race and for the GFi Cup Series as we tackle on the Southern Texas area at a great track. You love a good old Texas rodeo at Texas. I mean, it's a great track. And there's the 16. There's the 45 of Quentin Hightower. Back to the 16. And there's the 16 once again, and we're just kind of alternating between the 16 and the 45. Two really great racers so far in this field. Now there's the 74 of Sean Purcell. That's Kyle Purcell's twin brother. They have both locked themselves into the playoffs in the GFi Cup Series, having a solid performance throughout the year. And the 45 around, he's going to save it, or is he? And what a save by that 45. And great save. And there's the 47 and 80 side by side exiting pit road. There's the 80 ready to let her rip. And then he's gonna looks like he's gonna lose it a little bit. Oh, and the 16 into the wall. The right front destroyed. And he's just gonna put her in the wall. There's the 92. And the Brandon Beckstead. There's Clifton Chanel pulling out. And there's Dominic Frappier also getting ready to pull out of pit lane. And there, oh, the 92 around is going to smoke the inside wall. There goes the front bumper. And that's a pretty hard impact. Thankfully, we got the safety stuff. But we do not have a safer barrier on that inside wall. But that was a hard lick. Looks like we got two Kinetic-sponsored cars out here tonight. The 76 and the 92. Both repping a Kinetic Ford. There's Sean Purcell going to be right behind that 76. Going to be really close. There, look at those two Kinetic cars. You saw them right there. Kinetic into kinetic. Kinetic cut. Ha ha. Connecticut. Get it? No? Aw, shucks. I guess you don't have any chokes up here in the booth. And, oh, the hard lick for both of those drivers, the 76 and the 74. Both hard in the wall. Pretty good there. Oh, and the 16 of Kyle Purcell around. There's the 92 and 47 entering turn 3 and 4. And just... Dominic Frappier's a great driver, and so is the 92. I think the 47's starting to understand it now. Oh, and there goes Dominic Frappier. Around. Sent it in too much. Entering the back straightaway, but he's going to save it, and he's going to continue. Great save by Dominic Frappier. Oh, the 76 will take out Kyle Purcell in practice, and they're wrecking again. I heard it. I heard the clink. Wow. Look at those two kinetic cars running side by side right there. Now going single file out onto the back straightaway. Quentin Hightower, number 45, just made a pass on Brad Keaton. There's two cars. There's the 8, and then that's the 8 of Robert McKay. And there's the 92 and 74. 74 representing the hockey team Ice Hogs. I think it's hockey. I believe so. And a nice little pack of 2 kinetic cars and 1 Ice Hogs car. Sean Purcell won Tuesday's race at Chicagoland for the Chi-Town 150. And the 74 going to put it towards that middle line. And here we go. And this is going to turn out to be a great race. And oh, the 74 is going to smoke that wall hard. I said hard wall, but that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say wall hard. And look at that. Clifton Schnell on that bottom with the Kinetic and Ice Hog 74 and 92 on that high side. And going to try to be bumper to bumper with that 92 and 74. But I think that 74 is starting to understand that line. I think he's just going to keep on following it. But the 17 is looking to block, I think. Nice little pack of 4 now. Lucas Chapman. Oh, and there goes the 8 of Robert McKay. Running a 22.01 is the 8 car of Robert McKay. Still a nice pack of 4. And there we go. Lucas Chapman is faster than all 3 of these guys. And there's a car into the wall. Sounded like Clifton Schnell, maybe on accident. But he's going to fall back a ways from the 92 and 74. And there goes the... Oh my God, he's flipping! Oh my gosh! Flipping like Ryan Preece! Oh my gosh! Oh, I didn't actually go replay that. Hold up. Let's go take a look at that. Let's go to the 74. Sean Purcell. Holy crap. Take a look. Ooh! Good grief. Hard impact. He was flipping. Oh, and there goes the 8 of Robert McKay as we go back to the live feed. That's why GFI is amazing. There's so many unexpected wrecks, and then next thing you know, you see a car flipping out of the blue. Wow. There's the 47 and 17 running side by side, both in a Chevrolet. Dominic Frappier going to be running that low line. He's going to drift up high. Lucas Chapman's going to hit the wall, but Lucas Chapman's still the faster car. So let's see if Dominic can try to copy his line and get a fast lap just like him. I still think that 17 is still pulling away, but here we go. I guess we're about to find out as Dominic Frappier tries to reel in that gap in turn 3 and 4. Oh, both in the wall. That gives Dominic Frappier a run side by side in a 1 and 2. Lucas Chapman's going to beat him on that outside line. That's going to force Dominic to slide in right behind him. But Lucas Chapman going to go into the pit, but here we go. They're both sideways. Yeah, saved by Lucas Chapman, but the 47, however, did not save it. Oh, and there goes the 47. Into the wall hard. Then the 16 right behind him. This 47 is going to lose it once again right in front of him, but he's going to save it. And the 16 around again. Going to hit that wall hard. At least there's a safer barrier on that part of the track. Good grief. I did not expect to see someone flipping at IRP, but I guess someone's flipping. It'd be insane to see a Lucas come away with the win here. Oh, and Dominic Frappier getting angry. I think we got some beef at the track. One minute left to go in practice, but there's the 74 Ice Hogs. Camry around. Not going to be that hard of a hit, but still a decently hard hit. That looks like that front bumper's raised just a little bit from that impact. There's a 16 of Kyle Purcell. And bumper to bumper. Gonna push Robert McKay out of the way, but here comes Robert McKay on the inside, side by side. Oh, here he goes, losing it. And he's gonna collect Kyle Purcell. And they're around. Oh, and the 47 of Frappier is in it. No front bumper. Oh, and Dominic Frappier just brakes non-existent apparently. And just gonna smoke that outside wall. Almost that inside, but outside wall hard. Oh, man. Kyle Purcell, I think he did that intentionally. It's so hard to tell, but there's the 74 wall riding, and there's the 8 right in front of our camera. As that's the end of practice here at IRP. A small but great racetrack. This is going to be an interesting one. And Sean Purcell will be the first out of pit lane. And there's the 54 of Anthony Alex. Been racing here for a long time. Let's see if he can do something good. But however, there is like some sort of smoke coming out of his car. But so as the 8, I think there's a mechanical failure on a couple of these cars. Look at that smoke. I don't know if that's just dust from the track or dirt from the track or what, but that's happened on 2 of the couple cars that have been out. But Robert McKay starting his lap. Down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. He's going to send it pretty hard. Coming out of 4. Pretty close to that wall. There's the 54. Going to set a lap. So far, Kyle Purcell and Sean Purcell are the 2 fastest with a 21.53 and a 21.68. Robert McKay still running a 22.1. There's Anthony Alex running a 21.76. And full send. And Anthony Alex gets 0.01 faster. And here comes another lap. See if you can do better on that last flap. And there we go. And will he just hit a faster lap? And yes, he will. A 21.64, just .02 off Sean Purcell. And I think Lucas Chapman's gonna... I don't know if Lucas Chapman ran all of his laps, but that's a rough spot. 21.74. So there must just be dirt on the track, because it seems like every car is blowing some steam off the back of their car, or dirt, or whatever. There's Dominic Frappier. And coming out of 4. Will he set a faster lap time? No, he will not. Here's the 47 coming out of turn 2. And coming out of 4. And both of the FHR drivers and Dominic Frappier with a 21.77. Jordan Barnes sitting P12, got his first win in the Xfinity Series at Daytona, ran a 21.92 just now. There is the 4 car in a black Budweiser Chevrolet. And he's going to hold it on the bottom. Like the strategy, but will it be fast enough? Will it be fast enough for Brian Troy? As we're about to find out. I don't think it will, but we'll see if he has something up his sleeve. And he will run a 23.20. Where he's running is not the strat at all. A rough spot to be in the back of the field with a 23.2. And here he comes out of 4, looking for a better lap time. And did not get it, but he still has a whole lap. That's the white flag lap for Brian Troy. Down the back straightaway for that final time in his qualifying lap. Still at the bottom of the track, that's a bad idea. You want to run the top. And coming out of 4, checkered flag waves, and he will not get faster. Actually, he did. 22.72. And there's a 76 coming out for his qualifying lap. Todd Lee in that 76. Haven't seen that name too often. But here he comes for his first green flag lap. He's going to continue to ride that top, which seems to be the faster line around here. Coming out 2 down the back straightaway. Gonna race it hard into 3 and 4. And coming out of 4 with hoping for a strong exit. And he will get in 21.86. Currently sitting P12. See if this guy has a trick up his sleeve to go a little bit faster and get a top 10 spot. Coming out of 4. White flag for him. With a 21.86 still. Not running faster. Let's see if he can run a little bit faster this lap. Right now he's shy of the top 10. And here we go into 3 and 4. He's going to ride that middle line. And coming out of 4. Going to try not to hit the wall. He does hit the wall. And he will not get a top 10 spot. Very unfortunate, but it gets the job done. Taking a beautiful look at Friday night's beautiful Indianapolis Motorsports Park. There's Grant McDonald coming out. And the number 2 Lululemon Ford Mustang. And he's going to get an unsafe pit exit. And he did. That's why he's slowing down a little bit. Raceway Park. What did I say? I honestly don't remember what I said. Let's see if he's going to get a black flag this time. And no, he will not. I said Motorsports Park. You're right. You can't tell I'm very unfamiliar with this track. Jordan, if you ran the bottom, that's a bad idea. I'll say that. That's my best advice I can give you. 2 minutes to go in quali. Alrighty. Yeah, if you ran the bottom, do not run the high side. That's my best advice I can give you. But Grant McDonald with a 22.33. Put this in NSRP, by the way. Anyways, the 2 gonna finish up his qualifying lap. I don't think we'll have any more people, but coming out of 4, I believe it's checkered, and it's gonna run a 21.74. Oh, actually, that was kind of fast. Hold up. I know. That means you better not spin out. That's really the only... I don't really hope you don't spin out, because if that's the only TV time you get tonight, I won't be a happy man. But oh, he's going to get loose! Boom! Just, I beg you, please do not spin. I beg of you. You got a chance. This track's pretty easy. Now you better try to get it. You better. Go get your first ARCA win. It'll be nice. There for Cletus. Coming out of 4, the 2 will finish. A rough last lap. But he's still going. I think he's done at least 4. Yeah, he's done 4 laps. I think he's trying to practice a little bit more. I think that's what he's doing. Why did it look like the window came off? What? It might have just been a reflection, not that back window. Whatever. Shush. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. And that's the end of qualifying as we get ready for an amazing race for tonight. First of all, let's take a great, spectacular look at our qualifying results. Kyle Purcell on pole, with Sean Purcell behind, Anthony Alex in 3rd, Quint Hightower in 4th, Dylan Hartman in 5th, Lucas Chapman in 6th, Grant McDonald in 7th, Brandon Beckstead 8th, Dominic Frappier in 9th, Jack Oldenburg in 10th, Cliff Chanel in 11th, Brad Keaton in 12th, Todd Lee in 13th, Jordan Barnes 14th, Robert McKay 15th, Brian Troy in 16th, and Keith Martinson. No time for him. And that rounds out our qualifying results. Brought to you by GFi Racing. 80 laps at short track. Will it be clean or will it not? I was waiting for the rest of the field to grid. We got a field of 17 drivers in this one. Waiting on Keith Martinson, and he must be starting from the pits. And Sean Purcell can immediately go to the outside. Is this how you do it here at IRP? I have no idea. So Kyle Purcell, your pole sitter. Sean Purcell, his twin brother, on the outside. Let's see which brother will come out on top if they stay 1 and 2 the whole race. Oh, they're going to give each other a door. Not a good look so far. And one more pacing lap here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. It's a little bit of a tricky name. I'm going to stick with IRP, to be honest. We could probably get a stripe counter. And pace car is off as we get ready to go green here at the GFI ARCA Series. Restart is whenever Barney waves the green flag. And Barney waves it in green flag, and we are racing. Kyle Purcell leads into turn 1 and 2. This is going to be a really interesting one. 3 wide. Coming out of turn 2, the brother's still out front. Oh, and Clifton Chanel's going to get into the 33. And are they going to save it? And Clifton Chanel around. And it's only a single car spin by the sound of it. But some contact with that 33. I think the 33 is fine. But there's the 66. The 45 and the 17 are side by side. Here comes Dylan Hartman right behind the 17. And there he is right there with a beautiful shiny car. And really running hard. And there's the 90 on that inside. Really, really trying his best. Does not look strong, but it's going to be all right. And there's the 92 in the kinetic car. And about every driver is on that outside line. Still no caution. We're 5 laps into an 80-lap race here at Lucas Oil. There's Dominic Frappier in the number 47. Missed a couple of these races, I believe. I did not see him at the Glen. Let's go take a look up front. As we still have both Purcells battling it out. Up here towards the front. Kyle, though, pulling away, catching Clifton Chanel. And that number 80 Toyota Camry. A little bit of damage on that Aber 80 machine. And the 16 going to just walk right on by like it's nothing. Now that is a look from the leader. Going back a little bit, we got the 45 of Quint Hightower, currently running P4, with Anthony Alex in the 54 in front of him, with Dylan Hartman behind him. Clifton Chanel's just going to stay on that bottom to let all the lead lap cars by. Unfortunate for him to kind of have that on the first, 3 laps. Actually on lap 1, unfortunately. But he always has a chance to come back. Clifton Chanel currently 16th. There's Lucas Chapman in the number 17, currently running P6. And Dylan Hartman going to get a loose. Look at that wheel job, though. You kind of get a glimpse of that steering wheel, and he really held onto that race car spectacularly. I kind of said that a little weird. Coming out of turn 4, a couple cars getting into the wall. Dylan Harmon currently running P5 in that whiz car Ford Mustang. And the air dug, too. It has that air dug on that hood sponsor. Really shiny race car, though. Not hard to see at all. 11 laps in the books. Oh, and he's going to hop on that wall. That wheel really hopped up in the air there. There's the 45. Quentin Hightower currently running 4th. And so smooth, really clean. Evenly spaced out a bit. And the 54 and the 74 are side by side for second down the back straightaway. 54 looking on the inside. It's not going to be helpful, but let's see. They have Quentin Hightower a run on the outside. Oh, and he's going to spin the 74. But he's going to hold on. Unfortunate, though, as he's going to lose roughly 6 spots. About 6 spots. Lost 5, though. That's why I said roughly. Now we lost 6. Not good for him. The ride on board on the nose of the 74. They take you on board from the roll bar. Really, really rough, but it happens. The 74, though. See if you can make a comeback if there's a caution. And it looks like there's a little bit of cars into the wall. Let's look at the back of the 74 with the 90. No, that's all right. That's a 76 kinetic car. There's 2 kinetic cars, so really a little tricky to see which one's which, but. And let's take a look with our GFI blimp. And great camera work by our cameraman up in the blimp. Really, really great. And we got a nice little pack of 3. Dominic Frappier with Grant McDonnell in the 74. Dominic Frappier currently running 6th. And really locked on that bumper, the 74. Really locked on the bumper to the 2 car. But they're going to both be in the wall because of that push. That's going to force the 74 to go with the inside. Now down the back straightaway. And the 74 coming out of 4. Let's go take a look at our race leader, Kyle Purcell. One of the 2 Purcell guys in this field. There's Quentin Hightower. Currently sitting P2. Currently 3.1 back, or at least he was 3.1 back. And there's Kyle Purcell in the 16 with a great lead. Let's ride on board. Really consistent with that throttle control, as you could hear. Really, really great driver, though. Has won quite a bit of races, but we got a couple cars into the wall. There's the 47 of Dominic Frappier. He's going to pull right in front of Sean Purcell. He's going to give him the door, but Sean's looking to the inside. He's going to lose a couple spots, I believe, from this. If the 92... Sorry, the 76. Man, there's 2 kinetic cars. It's so hard to tell which one is which. There's Dominic Frappier. Let's ride on board with him. So right at that high side. That high side's a typical good spot to run. Let's actually, we have a camera on his head. So let's take a look at the POV. Really great wheel work by Dominic Frappier in that 47. Oh, and they're beating and banging the 17 and the 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Dominic Frappier. They're side by side down the back straightaway. And there they go, side by side. They could almost be 3 wide right back there. They almost were 3 wide. They're really going to be riding that wall. But we got a pretty decent-sized pack of 6 drivers right here from 5th on to 10th. There's the 47 of Dominic Frappier, still keeping a consistent pace in the P7. But here comes Sean Purcell looking, trying to make a move on that inside. However, that inside line has not worked for him so far. But I think Dominic Frappier, based on what he's trying to do, I think he's trying to get that 17 to bump and run just to slide right by him. I think that FD4 is going to try to do the same, but Dominic Frappier will be in that wall. Oh, Dominic Frappier's going to get spun. He's going to try to hold on to the race car. And the first caution is out on lap 28. And that'll bring us into our first interview. Let's get Clifton Chanel up here, as he was involved in the first wreck. Howdy, Cliff.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I saw that incident that happened to you on lap 1. What's your thought process about that one?
Well, I saw that we had gone 3 wide, and I was getting squeezed a little bit, and I know I got into Jack, and he started to turn, and so I went ahead and just straightened him back out to keep the caution from coming out, and I drove through him to straighten him out. So I did a good job keeping the caution from coming out, but I did get some damage.
I know you're in pit lane now to try to get some of that fixed. How was your qualifying effort? I know it was decent. I mean, how's that car feel?
Not too bad.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a little loose. Car's kind of loose. I'm not used to running short tracks, so.
Yeah. So how much damage you got? Wow. Now you can see it now.
Well, 7.5 minutes still here.
Oof.
So yeah.
Well, let's just hope you can at least keep most of that damage from, being off. I mean, the damage is key here, especially if you have no damage, because the more damage, the worse. But
yeah, I felt like my front bumper was loose. I could hear something flapping in the wind out there.
Interesting. Alrighty, well, would you like anything else you'd like to say?
No, just hope everybody has a good, clean race, and maybe I'll get back up there for a battle late on. We'll see.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you, Cliff.
Thank you.
And that was the voice of Clifton Chanel. Did a great job from keeping that caution coming out that first time. But Kyle Purcell, you're still your race leader. But that can always change as we progress through this field, or progress through this race more specifically. But we have 50 laps to go, and we're getting double file. That means we're going green this time. Unfortunately, at this track, though, we do not have a camera next to Barney or Flagman, so we're just going to have to roll with it. Barney felt like he was getting too much TV time, and he wanted some personal space. So we gotta respect that, and here we go for the green flag. And green flag, not yet actually, I take that back. Now green flag, as Kyle Purcell will fire off to a really great start. And gonna fall back in line, and he's just gonna pull away like it's nothing. Down the back straightaway, side by side for some parts of the field. But Quentin Hightower trying to copy his line And they're wrecking. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Big crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. Let's go take a look and see what happened on this one. So they're down the back straightaway. Lucas gets turned. 33 gets turned. And the 39 gets involved. Cliff avoids it. So there's roughly a couple cars involved in that one. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, that'll bring us to our next interviewer, Robert McKay. Howdy, Robert.
Hey.
How's it going, man? You're currently riding P8 along with your number 8. How's it going for you, man?
Will not be running P8 much longer. I got the meatball here. I flipped the 18 last caution, came out of nowhere, and I just barely hit him.
Oof. Sounds like a little bit of netcode issues.
No, I hit him fair and square. My teammate, the 54, was in front of him, and as soon as he moved ever so slightly, it was just his rear bumper.
Oh, wow. So I know we've already had 2 cautions in the duration of 33-ish laps. What's your thought process? How many cautions do you think we'll have?
I'm honestly not too sure. It seems to be relatively clean, minus the last 2 wrecks. Maybe 1, 2, 3, not entirely sure.
So obviously your teammate Velocity, I know the 54, he's currently riding P9. Brandon Beckstead, though, riding P3. How do you feel about your teammates riding up front?
Well, they better carry the team, because I just got too much damage. We're done. Oof. But, no, they're really good drivers with these ARCA cars. This was kind of like this is my first race with the ARCA car, so obviously it wasn't a lot confident in it. It was a little slow, but I feel like my team's really strong with these ARCA cars, and hopefully they'll snag a win.
Interesting. Do you have anything else you'd like to say before we bring you back down to Velocity?
I just want to say thanks for watching for fans at home. Hopefully the boys put on a good rest of the race. Obviously, I'm not in it anymore, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I completely agree with you for that one. But best of luck to your teammates.
Thank you.
Voice of Robert McKay got involved in the last one. Hate I couldn't be there. Yeah, it happens though. It's definitely a tough track though, so yeah. It could be for the better, but as we get ready to take the green flag, Kyle Purcell in the number 16, per usual up front, is always really strong in the GFI Racing League, and he's going to fire, and green flag is out. They're going to slide right on into P1 and pull away to a 0.5 second lead like it's nothing. Here goes Brandon Beckstead at the bottom of the track. Going to take P2, but really big pack right behind him here. Look at this side-by-side action between the 92 and 90. And, oh, they almost doored each other. And otherwise, side-by-side for the most part. That's 76 and 47 together. Now it's a 47 and 74. I know Dominic Frappier does not like to be on that inside line. I think he's trying to really squeeze into a spot where he can follow these drivers without getting past. But, man. Now mostly single-filed out. Look at drivers outside of the top 10. We have Brian Troy in the 4, Jack Oldenburg in the 39, Jordan Barnes, P13. We have the 14 of Lucas Chapman, who got involved in that last wreck. He's currently a lap down. And Clifton Schnell, who's 2 laps down because of damage. And Robert McKay with a meatball flag. Unfortunate. He wasn't confident, but that's all right. But here we come to the halfway point in this race. Kyle Purcell still out front. Here's the 76 and 47 and 74. Nice little pack. At least Dominic got out of that inside line. Got to where he wanted to be, but we are halfway home here at Lucas Oil Raceway Park. I know I said that. I kind of abbreviated a little bit, but the great, beautiful sound of these ARCA cars. Definitely one of the better sounding race cars here in iRacing. A couple drivers into the wall. These guys mainly bumper to bumper. And still pretty much bumper to bumper. I mean, for a short track, these guys are running pretty good. And Grant McDonald and 47 are side by side. And there they go. And there's a 76. And the second kinetic car we have today in this field. Also, it's gonna be May this month, so celebrate the Backstreet Boys. I believe they made that song. If it wasn't them, then it was In Sync. But happy it's gonna be May month. And there's the 47 to ride that high side. He's in the wall, but there's the 54 also. Oh, Dominic Frappier looking to go to the inside, trying to get his spot back. But I don't think that inside line's going to work too good for him. Yeah, it's not looking good for the 47 as he's going to slide right in line behind the 2. And the 92 right there in the 45. Currently 3 and 4 for those guys. Really, really clean race. And there's the 45 going to that bottom of the track. And the 45 looking to try to make a move on the inside of that 92 kinetic car. And into the wall, a couple drivers. It's going to happen here, especially on some old tires. As your tires progress to get old and hot, you're going to kind of drift up a little bit. And single file out, which leads to clean racing for the most part. It's really clean. I'm honestly proud of these drivers keeping it clean, especially at these shorter tracks. So it looks like the Brandon Beckstead and the 92 and the 45 are catching Dylan Hartman pretty quick. At least they were. But the issue is Kyle Purcell has a 2.6 lead on Dylan Hartman with 30 to go. And the 45 looking to the inside. However, that inside line is not the line to run, as it's a very tough line to be. But gonna stick it up there, that 45. Gonna try everything in his power. And the 45 gonna be into the wall. But that kind of helped him a little bit. Just a little bit. Catch up to Brandon Beckstead. Brandon Beckstead with a little bit of rear damage. I believe that's the right rear. Yes, it is. It is the right rear side. Has a little bit of scrape on it. So, not Brandon Beckstead. Kyle Purcell out to a 3.5 second lead. Really spectacular. So we got a pack of 5 running practically bumper to bumper. But Dylan Hartman about to get past. Here comes the 92. '92 looking to the bottom. Oh, I thought he got loose there for a minute. The 92 going to try to look to the inside of the 90. Here they go! Contact! Side by side, bumper to bumper, even down the back and down the front straightaway. And it's not going to be successful as the 45 up into the wall. Ross Chastaining it. But look at this battle going on between second. The 92 and 90. The only 2 cars up in the 90s in this field. Really battling it out. I'm gonna have to shrink this down just for keep's sake. IRP. Too big, and there's a little bit of a confliction with the overlay. And I think that 74 is looking for a bump and run. 24 laps to go. Nearly 5 seconds back from the leader is Dylan Hartman. And here goes Brandon Beckstead on the inside. Here he goes. Can he clear the 90? And he's trying his best. And he will clear the 90. Beckstead in second. The 90 right behind. 45, 74, 76. And I think that is the 2. It is the 2. And there's Dylan Hartman to the inside. Going to try to get his P2 back. And he will for a split second. And there is the 74. And 5 seconds back, Brandon Beckstead is from Kyle Purcell. There comes some lap traffic. Jordan Barnes has entered the top 10 with a couple drivers going a couple laps down. 39 Jack Oldenburg is a lap down. And side by side, the 74 and the 45, now the 90 and 45. And really close to making contact. That was extremely close. And look at that. Oh, Clifton Chanel! And the caution flies. He tried to prevent it from coming out, but it came out. Let's get an interview with Dominic Frappier. Hey, Dominic. Can you hear me?
Oh, yep.
So currently running P9. Do you have enough fuel to make it, or are you gonna hit it? Are you gonna be pitting right here?
I need tires. I'm gonna go get tires.
I know your teammate Dylan Hartman is having a bit of a rough day up front. Has he mentioned anything to you about like his race?
Yeah, he said his car sucks and we're gonna throw it away after the race. But both of our cars have no drive. Like at all, and they're really tight.
That is not good. I know Cliff just got loose right there. Did he mention anything? I know he's in the channel with you.
Hold on. I'm pitting. Yeah, he said that he was on the apron. He didn't know what happened.
Interesting. So, third caution. It's been relatively clean. I know you're trying your best to just maneuver your way through the field. What's your strategy looking like as we progress to the last 18 laps of this race?
Save my tires. This thing, it's really bad in the long run. Tires go fast, and I'm gonna try and make the bottom work.
I know that bottom lane has not been the fastest, but if you can make it work, do you think you can pass the 8 cars in front of you and come away with the win if it works?
Maybe. I might have to move a couple guys, but you'll see. Just make sure to keep an eye on me while you're broadcast.
Oh yeah, we will. All right.
There will be some action around my car.
But we finally have a new race leader for the first time throughout this entire race. If you can guess who it is, you'll.
Yourself.
Holy crap!
Did he pit?
Yep, they all pitted.
What?
Yep, they all pitted.
How the heck did
I guess Sean Purcell just had a better pit stop.
Yeah.
Alrighty, do you have anything else? Do you have anything else you'd like to say before we bring you back down there to FHR?
Oh, I got one more thing.
Alrighty, let's hear it.
Clip sucks.
Oh! Hey, we don't need to be dogging on the league owner now. Come on now.
Alright, now boot me out of here. I gotta go back.
Okay. Not a great choice of words for Dominic Frappier. Kind of upset about Cliff. But it's okay. Things happen. So, base car pulling off. let's get ready as we have a great race ahead of us with 15 to go this time. And the restart will be on the 74. And green flag, and we are racing back at IRP. That 74 going to take his brother's line, but here comes Dylan Harmon trying to really try his best. I believe he is on fresher tires, so I bet that is a bit of an advantage for him on that inside. 15 to go, coming to 14 to go. Dylan Harmon on the bottom of the track. He's going to lose it, but he's going to hold on to that race car. Impressive job. So it's going to be the 16 and 74. Let's take a look at the battle box here. Sean Purcell up 1 spot. Kyle Purcell down 1 spot. Really great racing. Brandon Beckstead up 5 spots in P3. We got 13 laps to go. And a couple drivers in the wall. This is going to be a great battle up front. Sean Purcell looking to come away with the 2nd race win of the week. And down the front straightaway, 12 laps to go. Here goes his brother Kyle. Let's try to look on the inside. Kyle could have tried to make it work on the bottom of the track. And there he goes down the back straightaway. And there goes Kyle trying to make a little bit of a dive bomb attempt to try to pass his brother Sean. But Kyle has won too much. Let Sean Purcell take this one. As Kyle Purcell got into the wall there. There's Sean Purcell out front. .74 out of 4. With 10 laps to go. Basically single file. Here comes Kyle Purcell on the inside of 74. Twin brothers battling it out for 1 and 2. And the 74 really working hard. The question is, will Kyle save enough to pass his brother? And they were close to making contact. I think Kyle's looking for an attempt to just pass him. The 16 to the bottom, now to the top. 8 to go here at IRP. And trying his best. The main question is, does the 16 have enough oomph to pass his brother within these last 8 laps? I mean, regardless, Kyle Purcell has led the most laps. Here we go. Kyle Purcell trying everything in his power. With these 2 cars up front, 2 of the fastest in the GFI Racing League. Now, which one of the 2 fastest drivers in GFI will come away with the win? Will it be Kyle or will it be Sean? Stay tuned. There he goes to the inside. And that was close. Kyle almost spun his brother. And there's the 74 out of 4. 5 laps to go here at IRP. And Kyle trying to reel in his brother. And now's a bad corner from Kyle, as he's going to fall back to .3. Back 4 to go. 4 to go. Kyle trying everything he can. 4 laps to go. And at 3 and 4, Kyle Purcell looking to the bottom. He doesn't have enough oomph. Here we go. Oh my gosh. The broadcast mic almost fell. 3 to go. Oh, they're making contact. They're rubbing. Oh, and Kyle side by side. They were side by side. Kyle trying everything. Oh my goodness gracious. Here we go. 2 laps to go here at IRP. Kyle can try to burn his stuff up now, but will it work? Down the back straightaway. And coming out of 3, now into 4. Now coming out of 4. White flag, white flag, white flag. 1 lap to go. Kyle gonna try everything. The 16 of Kyle Purcell does not have enough. Sean Purcell pulling away down the back straightaway. Kyle needs this here, but it's not gonna work. Here we go. Sean Purcell will take home the win at IRP. The man from Rockford, Illinois, will take away his second win this week. So top 10 finishers: Sean Purcell, Kyle Purcell, Dylan Hartman, Brendan Beckstead, Grant McDonald, Anthony Alex, Quint Hightower, Dominic Frappier, Jordan Barnes, and Brian Troy. I just did the wrong one. Look at that front lifting up. A desperate attempt to beat his brother really paid off. Let's get all the drivers in here. Alrighty, fellas, let's start with Dylan Hartman. Dylan, tried your best. I know you did not have enough, but you tried your best. You got top 3. How's it feel?
You know, it feels alright. I mean, it always sucks losing to the Purcell dudes, but, you know, they're a good bunch. They always race clean around me and all the people, and I was really hoping they would wreck because they were racing pretty hard, but it is what it is, and it was a great race all around to everybody.
I know you guys have not been racing much, but for a small track like this, I know it's really great to come away with the top 3 finish.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to pass, so I wasn't really expecting coming out with the top 3 until people wrecked. So I'm really glad about that. So.
Alrighty, Kyle, you really tried your best. I know you didn't have it at the end, but what was the strategy towards those last couple laps as Sean took the lead?
Well, Sean took 2. Everyone else took 4, so that got him the good jump on the restart. And like Dylan said, it's really hard to pass here. So I was just trying to do pretty much everything I could, try to break his ankles, try to go low, try to go high, try to look like I'm going low, then go high. Just anything to get alongside him, but anytime I got any decent overlap, my options were keep in the gas to maybe make the pass, but definitely hit him, or don't touch him and back off and try again. So unfortunately for me, Sean hasn't given me any reason to go with a contact option, so I was committed to racing him clean no matter what. You know, I have a couple or 3 wins now, I think, in this series, so it's not, you know, I'm not racing to get a win to win my way into the playoffs or anything, so I'm not gonna wreck someone for the win. You know, I've never intentionally wrecked someone before, so I'm not gonna wreck him to try to win the race. It was just really good battling, honestly. I mean, he did everything he had to do, positioned his car exactly how he had to make it hard for me to get by him, and end of the day, his mirror driving was just good enough to keep me behind him.
I know it looked like you were trying to save it a little bit. I know it didn't quite pay off, but really great to have you in the top 3 as well. I know you led the most laps of that race. I really thought you were coming away with that one, but on that last pit stop, everything kind of just went down the drain.
Yeah, but I mean, shout out the field today. I mean, we had 3 cautions. 2 of them were stacked on top of each other, so we had 2 really good long runs at a short track that's multi-groove. I mean, I heard a lot about the racing. I heard there were some haymakers going on back there, some good hard racing, short track racing. So good to get a short track with these guys and, not just have it turn into a caution fest. We had some good racing all around, so shout out to everybody for that.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Kyle. Sean, your second win this week. First one was in the Xfinity Series, now in the ARCA. What was your thought process throughout the race? I know you were kind of falling behind a little bit, but you guys got pole 1 and 2. I bet that felt great. So how was it?
Man, I feel like there's some teams that could sure use me on their team to help their points and whatnot. I don't know, but no, for this race I didn't have much confidence. I've missed a lot of these ARCA races for my sponsors events, Ice Hogs games. They keep playing on Fridays now, these minor leagues, weekend leagues. But I was able to make it tonight. Practice a little bit, which definitely helped. Figured out the top lane was pretty good. I was running up in the top like 3 or 4 for a while, and someone clipped me a little bit on exit, and that sent us both back deep in the field. I'm not sure who it was. But yeah, I wasn't able to get past 5th after that. I had 3 cars in front of me absolutely duking it out for a second. It was very entertaining to watch, but I had no hope of passing them. So when that caution came out with 20 to go, I knew my only move was to either stay out or take 2, and luckily taking 2 allowed me to steal the lead away, and it gave me enough rotation in the car to make up for the lack of actual, cornering speed. And yeah, track position's huge, especially at a track like this that's so hard to pass.
100%. I know a couple people's strategy, like Dominic, was trying to make the inside line work. I noticed that the inside line is not at all fast enough. I know you kind of held it on that outside line for quite a while in those last couple laps. I bet it feels great to get a win. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, it's just, I was kind of negotiating with Kyle. We were both in the main race channel because, we're both free agents, by the way. Yeah, I was kind of like, you don't need the win. I need the win. Don't do anything stupid. Please, please, please. Don't cause a caution. Don't do anything. Don't wreck me. So luckily, we are able to keep it clean. And just, shout out to the Rockford Ice Hogs, trying to take a 2-0 series lead tomorrow night on the Milwaukee Admirals. And shout out my fiance, as always.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, top 3. You guys ran amazing. Good job on keeping it clean up front, boys.
Thank you. Thanks for broadcasting.
Yep. That was the voice of Sean Purcell, tonight's race winner. Great job for keeping it clean throughout the majority of the race. I'll be live Monday night for the Texas race. I believe that is sponsored. I'd have to check again. But see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. I thank everyone for tuning in for the first coverage of the GFI ARCA series.